Diamo un'occhiata ai trailer di Armored Core 6, che esce il 25 tra 2 giorni. Vediamo un po', ci diamo un'occhiata e vediamo cosa riusciamo a capirci. Eh, allora, il trailer più nuovo sarebbe un'ora fa, vabbè, recensione. Eccolo qua, lo show. Minchia, 2 ore. Vabbè, mi sa che è qui dove fanno vedere anche qualche partita PvP.
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Siamo all'intro.
Handler Walter verified. Activating cerebral coral control device.
Allora, questo è l'intro.
From Software 11, and I hope they do.
I love that answer. I mean, I'm really excited about it. All of that sounds very exciting for me. From both the new and returning fans of the series, the announcement trailer was certainly a surprise at the Game Awards. So let's take another look.
Adesso cercando un po' di gameplay, non trailer CGI. Trailer. Qui
So let's
c'è
head over
qualche
and check 'em out.
personalizzazione, sembra.
Oh, well, what's happening, y'all? My name is Fighting Cowboy. Welcome to Armored Core 6, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the first missions of Chapter 2, Infiltrate Grid 086. So we're going to go over the assembly I'm running with for this mission briefly. We are working with a pretty well-balanced AC here. We have the Curtis. This is a linear rifle, so it can be charged to do some extra damage. This gives us a little bit of range for targets that are a little farther out. Bringing a Gatling gun, this just gives me being able to take down multiple weaker targets, a lot of good stagger buildup, so it's very consistent. We have a missile launcher on the back, 10 cell. This is going to be capable of multi-lock, and it's a forward-facing missile, so it's pretty consistent to hit targets with. And then we are pulling out the pile bunker. I know a weapon a lot of people have been waiting to see. This thing just, it hits like a truck. You can charge and do some massive damage with this. Out of the various melee weapons, this has definitely become one of my favorites. Besides that, we're running
Vabbè,
a pretty balanced loadout
statistiche,
here
cose,
in terms
ok.
of parts. We are running quad legs, so you'll get to see some quad legs gameplay. Really nice
Ovviamente cambia
archetype
anche il
here because we're
gameplay
able
con
to just kind of hover up
come
in the air, hang
varie
above enemies with stuff like
parti
the charge shot on the
intercambiabili,
linear rifle. We don't have
ovviamente.
kickback from that while we're in hover, so that's very nice. And then we have a FCS that is set up for a little bit of missile as well as medium range. And of course we can dive in and we can see that this is basically 130 to 260. So I have a good meter range on enemies. We're going to also be working with assault armor, so you'll see that. But otherwise, let's jump in and sortie. I am going to be skipping the dialogue here. Don't want to spoil the intros and whatnot. There's actually a pretty rich story here, but that's definitely something I want to let y'all discover on your own. You may notice this is the same mission that they initially showed off with the very first gameplay reveal we got.
I've sent you the marker data. Let's head toward the elevator going to the upper level.
Tutti i robot nemici cosa stanno difendendo? Che postazione stanno difendendo? Cioè, stanno lì aspettando di combattere qualcosa.
So you got a couple more enemies on the radar if you look at the bottom of the screen there. Looks like they may be down below, so we're going to scan. A couple enemies left, but they're down to where they're not going to be a problem.
Poi c'è comunque la cosa di iniziare una missione. Come in quelli vecchi, diciamo. Se ti fai la build, kill, loadout e poi inizi la missione.
So right back here,
Non è un open world.
Ricochet, we basically have a effective range on a lot of our weapons. And so if that ricochet text is showing up, that means you need to be closer to the target to really get any damage that you want to get in.
2 repair kits remain.
Tourist. You think you could just waltz straight in here? Hope you're watching, boss. Leave it to Invincible Rummy to show our guest a good side.
Chainsaw there. We're gonna try and get off a full hit with the pile bunker, just so y'all can see exactly what it does.
Me and Mad Stuff can't be beat.
It's so hard. I love that thing.
Hostile AC destroyed.
Looks like you're having fun, tourist.
And here the level really opens up.
R&D loves a good welcome party.
So we could go over there, work our way. There's a whole bridge we could take here. There's some stuff back there. But we're gonna end up doing, there's some MTs we can get first. So let's head on up there, see if we can't get up on them from behind. I'm actually gonna try and, so you can see they're unaware right now. Let's see if I can get all the way up and get a pile bunker on them while they're unaware. Oh, not quite.
Ma fino ad ora non mi ha fatto ancora
Missing that one
funzionare,
MT, there he
diciamo,
is.
chissà in che modo.
It's kind of tucked away back there. Ooh, just barely missing that. cut them down. So definitely looking a little bit rough. We've gone through a lot of enemies so far. AP is pretty low. But we're going to still cruise along and take out whatever we can.
Però la zona sembra bella grossa, eh?
Nope, not what I wanted to do.
Credo che le strutture non si distruggano. Questi missili, esplosioni. Vabbè, sto chiedendo troppo. Vabbè.
Light shoulder ammunition at left hand ammunition at 30%.
Well, you're no slouch, are you?
Doing a couple little spins here. Alright, gate is open. Let's head on up. Now that we're in close encounters, we gotta be extra careful. The last thing we want to do is get popped off by a big explosive or something. We're going up, we're gonna scan the environment. You can see this guy will take him out fast. I can see another one hiding right here under the grate. That good old FromSoft trickery. No! Oh, God. Almost got me with his little dagger. This is now a survival run at 365 AP. See a chest down there, but I'll leave y'all to discover that stuff on your own.
Can't get your help these days, can you? Would have been cheaper to just hire you instead.
Left hand ammunition at 10%. Left hand ammunition depleted.
The gat is officially out of ammo, but that gives me a chance to show off some punching. Sneaking around here, so we have, alright, so no other enemies over here. Let's swing back around. Oh no! From behind us, an ambush. So when you die in Armored Core, you're able to restart the whole mission or restart from a checkpoint. We're going to go ahead and restart from a recent checkpoint. And this is, of course, going to give us back all of our ammunition. We'll be a full AP. We'll get all of our heals back. So it's definitely a game where if you fall, you're supposed to get back up and try again.
Just hire you instead.
Ah, un po' banale sta cosa,
This is a
cioè
fun
ti
little
invita
encounter.
al
You see a
checkpoint
couple
e
of
c'hai
environmentals up top. We're going to go ahead and
gli
take
HP,
those out and even the odds.
Tread carefully.
azioni. Sì, non dico che il gioco è facile, ma non c'è, diciamo, quel livello di voler sopravvivere a tutti i costi.
Let's go back and take down those other ACs that ambushed us last time.
Major point. Side surrender. Just not worth the losses. Come on, I'll let you finish. Up along
You can see they were guarding a little chest. You can see we got a 2C 3000 record, so that's just going to be an AC part. And that's one of the really fun things about this is similar to some older entries in the franchise, we're able to find chests in certain levels that will give us parts we can collect. Just unique things that you can't buy in the shop, which is really cool. So coming up on the door, we have a boss, and right before that, we would have a supply Sherpa, which right here, if you made it this far, you can go ahead and supply. You'll get all of your health back, all of your ammo, and you'll be ready to go into the boss completely fresh. But here we are actually going to wrap things up and pass it on to my good friend Ouroboros to try and tackle the boss.
Oh man, Fighting Cowboy demonstrated his amazing maneuverability in his AC. I was smiling the whole time. I kind of wanted him to keep going. And I love that he demonstrated like how much you can use that 360 view. Oh, he's here. Welcome back, Fighting Cowboy. I saw you smiling the whole time. I smiled when you smiled, actually.
It's fun. It's hard to not smile while you're playing.
I can't wait to play because that was fun to watch.
Wow.
What tips do you have for players who might not be used to this 360-degree movement?
So I think a big thing with Armored Core is your leg types move very differently. Your reverse joints give you a lot of vertical mobility. Your tetrapods, as you saw, was able to hover in place.
Pretty much.
That staying close to him is a terrible strategy, as he
boss
does
che
a
dicevamo.
lot of close range damage. You do not want to be close to him ever.
50%.
His stagger gauge is really low, but we're almost dead here. But we got that stagger. We'll go in for the melee hit. Try our best here.
La grafica non mi sembra male, ma forse ci sono
And
un po'
he got
troppi
us.
effetti sullo
We're going to change the
schermo.
build to adapt to the situation. So
La
I discovered
telecamera
that
forse un po'
there's
troppo
another
vicina.
lock-on point on top of him there. And
Cioè, a un certo punto
I'm
non è
thinking
che
that
si
might be another weak
capisca
spot.
proprio
So what we're going to do
cosa sta
is we're going to
succedendo.
go into assembly. After you die, you can go to assembly and you can change your mech entirely. So we're going to switch to the quadrupeds and change our build just a little bit here and try to adapt to the situation, which is important in Armored Core. Of course, the developer said you can go in with any mech you like. You can play the entire game. But adapting and changing your build on the fly is a huge aspect of this game. We're also going to equip terminal armor, which just in case we die, it actually saves us. So we'll equip that in the expansion slot. So now we've completely changed our mech. We've equipped 2 songbirds, which are grenade cannons, which, as you can see, does a lot of damage here. It's going to be pretty good, I think, for the boss. So let's go back in with our revised mech and see how we do. A new strategy this time. We're going to try to hover over the boss with the unique aspect I was talking about earlier with the quadrupeds. So as you can see, right over his attack, right to his weak spot. Now we still got to be careful because right there, that bleep is the eruption coming out. That means you got to be quick and you got to be ready to dodge. But we are already stunned him. So I'm going to drop down and light him up. Cool. The best tip I can give for the smart cleaner is stay away. You need to stay away from him. His cleaves, his sweeps are nasty.
Cleaner's going to have the last laugh.
We'll see about that, Carla. He's getting absolutely annihilated here with our brand new build. The stagger that we're pulling off on his weak spots is really good. But as you can see, that was close. You got to be careful. And actually, we got to back up and conserve our energy because they're quite low at the bottom there. Ooh, wow. All right. He's getting angry. Trying to back up, reposition, and hover in the air. And then we're going to try to float over to his weak spot again and light him up. There we go. Oh my goodness, look at that damage. This is it. Just destroying in this run. And this goes to show, like, you know, different ACs can handle different situations a lot better than other builds will. So the best advice I can give any Armored Core 6 players diving in is to try to adapt if you're having trouble. Also, we are having trouble. He is really angry. He does not want me to kill him. We're gonna float up and try to finish him here. Here we go. We got the stun. We're getting that direct hit damage. Oh, I went for the finisher. I'm doing it again. There we go. Perfect kick finish. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed that gameplay. And we'll see you soon for some PvP action for World First.
Telecamera non mi sembra proprio delle migliori.
Really got me on.
For to just went absolute statue.
Oh.
Non so, lo vedo un po' scialbo. Sono parecchi effetti visivi, parecchie build, costruisci il robot come più o meno come lo vuoi. Però mi sembra una specie di hack and slash, basta, non è che offra chissà che tipo di esplorazione.
Speak to that here.
Yeah.
So the project came about a little over Core Universe, Raven Republic. There's so many forms in this ecosystem that really made up AAC. So our goal was to really try to speak to those things, try to just support from the
Qui dove
background.
fanno il
Do what we could.
PvP.
That's amazing.
Sembra
Armored
di
Core
sì.
Legacy, I hope you guys last forever. And I hope that you grow.
Thank you.
Especially now with this game coming out. We're so glad to have the veterans of the community here with us. That's important for this showcase. And with that, let's explain the format of what we will be seeing today.
Let's dive in.
In Armored Core 6, you can select from 1v1 or 3v3.
And a 3v3 is a test of endurance with teams earning points over a set time.
Today, we will be watching a 3v3 with Ouroboros and Fightin' Cowboy as team captains.
Each team captain is going to have a Bandai Namco team member as well as an Armored Core Legacy player supporting each captain.
Our Armored Core Legacy players from Chang will be joining Ouroboros, and Cleric will be on Team Fightin' Cowboy.
Right on. I'll tell you what, Fighting Cowboy and Ouroboros specifically, we have this kind of bloodbath going, you know, between them, there's this rivalry.
Hold on.
Look, I've been listening to it all day. The banter in the hall, the banter at lunch and everything, these guys are ready to go for each
Actually, you
other.
know what? I do remember the story that on social media that they were posting pictures
Yeah, you probably
online.
heard some of this.
They're trolling back and
The
forth.
trash talk has already started, and this is great because this brings back memories of the tournament scene. We do this same thing. You start beforehand, you start during,
Quindi
it goes
sto
after.
PvP sarebbe 3v3
This is what
su
we're all in
su
for.
una
I
mappa
was scouring
generica
the
senza
internet, and obviously we're
ostacoli,
doing this
senza
today, and I
palazzi.
know that there's no PvP online.
Right.
This is the debut.
Non c'è niente
And
di questo.
I've been, you know, I even watched the
Una
Japan
piattaforma
one, and I
e
was
si
like,
combatte.
we're gonna see some good stuff today.
That's an important thing here. We don't have anything canned. There's nothing pre-recorded here. Everything with PvP
Everything
is
is
gonna be
live.
live right here. Absolutely.
I'm so
hyped up
excited.
to go through this. Unbelievable.
Oh man, I know. Well, I mean, you're friends with you know, some of the team captains, but
Chang and you know, Eric, etc. But hey, as far as where things go, we'll see where it takes us. It's hard to pick favorites here, you know.
oh man, I mean, for PvP in general, what is the most important thing when you're thinking about doing, like, playing with others in Armored Core? What is the most important thing that you would like to tell anyone if they're just starting out and they're playing with their friends?
Yeah, if you're playing with your friends and you're getting into versus, I'd encourage you, don't let nerds.
Ma almeno gli FPS hanno una mappa, hanno qualcosa.
You know, get in, enjoy your designs. Maybe you ran something in the missions in PvE you'd like using.
Cioè,
Get in and use that. If it doesn't work for you, look, what's the
c'è
worst
anche
outcome?
il
Come in,
gioco
you
di
change your design
sfruttare
around,
bene le
customize and
coperture,
actually go back
quindi
in and check it out. So
Right.
sei
a big
all'aperto.
part of PvP is just getting in there and just
Nell'aperto devi solo massimizzare i danni in qualche
I think
modo.
that mental game, getting over that
E poi vabbè c'è anche l'auto-aim che il
Oh,
controllo
man.
sul nemico.
Look at this.
Well, look at this. We got taking some footage here in the action, the heat of things. Fighting Cowboy, running this tank, he's been an absolute bruiser setting up here. Or trying to get in. He is. If you look at his tank.
Look at that. He wasn't joking when he was talking to me earlier. Yeah, look at that.
Going down, taking the first down. Now, I got to make it a
dopo di
skill. We didn't have in the previous four games. There is a respawn system and there's a point system you see up there that's happening top
Sicuramente ci vuole un po' di
if you
skill
were out,
per
you were out.
beccare qualche colpo, diciamo, un po'
timer, and the longer you stay alive, the more points you're actually worth. We're actually zooming in, going to be looking at some of the strategies everybody's putting down. Oro going down after putting out the assault armor.
Ma non lo so.
He's ready to push your opponent back
here.
He's
ready to come back.
But he's ready. Make sure your weapons aren't overheat. Chain stun, get that boost kick in, the blade, whatever you can to put your opponent down. And in the chaos of PvP here, sometimes you get ambushed like
Dove il punto forte del gioco mi sembra, diciamo, l'ambientazione, la customizzazione del mech.
I feel like, you know, Oro is super focused right now. He's like, he's like, I gotta get this guy. Fighting Cowboy. Okay.
Non mi viene nient'altro in mente.
The Alpha team up 1720-bit beta, 1824 here. There it is.
Man.
There it is.
L'ambientazione mi sembra accettabile, non è che sia
That was a crazy
un qualcosa
match.
di avveniristico.
Man.
Oh, well,
non lo so.
I mean,
I have a variation of Type A controls I like to use. Now, Fighting Cowboy just taking this position. The aerial assault, notice just raining down hell on everybody.
They're taking advantage of that 360 view. Like, look at that.
Absolutely. And then just reestablishing position as soon as he gets his energy set. Really taking a good job to manage his generator, his energy. Handing back into Ouroboros, who is also running a quad, running dual back cannons instead of those dual rockets. He's got the dual laser cannons. Anybody remember in Armored Core 4? I'm thinking of the Sirius. So fantastic combo to set up the deal. Huge damage. And speaking of huge damage, look at Cleric.
Cleric is popping off right now.
He is trying to use that barrier, using that pulse barrier.
But you always have to keep in mind of like how much you're using it. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
And there goes Cleric going down. Oro taking a bit of a beating for zero damage, sure enough. Cleaning up that last bit of AP he had.
But no, you know, he can rise back up. Oro definitely does. We've seen it do it before. But this is an epic battle right now. Epic battle.
It is a back and forth. Got and check this out again. There's another down. Cowboy is taking advantage, getting right back in, using his pulse shield as well. These are really important. You guys remember the beautiful boost kick coming from Fighting Cowboy. If you remember the extension parts in previous Armored Core games, it's kind of like that. You get core ability extensions you can make use of. Cowboy going down here. Big comment. Somebody finally looking up and taking the quad out of the air.
You know, there's revenge in this game. I'm sure.
Showing you that, you know, even quads going aerial, that does not make you invincible. Sometimes that can make you a sitting duck. Check this out. Whoa.
Everything moves so fast as well.
This is high.
So you got to be thinking fast as well.
You do. Not just with your own AC, lining up your own attacks, but also trying to coordinate the best you can
with your team.
Huge stun here going down on Cleric, and Cleric takes the down.
And once the game comes out, you already know. People are just taking advantage of all the customizable pieces that they can do with their AC.
Oro taking his down after trying to reorient. No dice. And again, notice you cannot use anybody who was worried about the whole repair kit deal. That's in PvE. You cannot use those in PvP. So you have to deal with the set of AP that you've got set up here.
There's only 2.
We got 15 seconds in the round. Let's see what happens with this hustle. Oro going down. Obviously, his core expansion being used. The rest of his team trying to pull together here. There's 5 seconds. Last 5 seconds.
Let's go.
That countdown. And it is over. Finished. We have Alpha Team up 1958.
No more gun. No more gunboat.
There it is. And Fighting Cowboy just taking some time to relish this. Relishing this kill.
That was amazing. How did you guys think about that at home? I mean, that PvP was so crazy. Guys, it was so good.
If that doesn't get you guys hyped, I'm not sure what does. I mean, this is
our world premiere.
And this has come so far from, I mean, the PvP of like Last Raven or some of the older PS2 games. What we're able to do here now and seeing the team.
Sembra
it's fast and it in turn is
Sembra
also
un gioco un
waiting.
po'
You can
datato,
feel
già,
everything
cioè
that you're
ancora deve
putting
uscire
onto your
nemmeno, però
unit, and you know that it's doing some damage.
non mi
Right.
sembra
And you're
offra chissà
thinking
cosa di nuovo.
for the moment when you're using everything. Not one
Ho
button
giocato
is
gli
not
Armored
used in this
Core in
game.
passato,
Everything is getting
vi
utilized.
posso
So
Yeah.
dire
best part, there's a bit
che
of a love
sì,
letter here. There's
magari
something for all of you out there,
Right.
whether
sì,
despite where you're coming from with Armored
graficamente,
Core, those of you who
ovviamente
loved Armored Core 4 and 4 Answer, you're probably loving the
è un
assault armor
discorso
that was
inutile
happening going
fare,
off there.
però
You'll remember Kojima particles, of course, detonating your PA shield. Just the difference this time is you don't turn your own self. You don't turn your defenses into paper mache when you let off that. Look at the Gatling gun
I know
layout
he's
here.
not.
non
God.
tutti,
Both team captains taking a hit or two, but neither are
cioè,
deterred. We
almeno
got
qui
Fighting
c'è
Cowboy
qualche
heading right
struttura,
back in
una
with the
mappa un
overboost.
po' più elaborata, va.
He's honing right in. Stuck an obstacle there, but he still gets over it, and he's right back into the melee.
Anche se sono vuote, perché sì, ci sono i
Looks like
palazzi,
rolling
però
control with the shotgun.
non c'è niente da fare nella mappa e
Really
poi
just
non credo proprio che questi
staying on.
palazzi siano.
I'm just stunned.
With the
Oh my
assault
gosh.
boost.
Oh.
Didn't build up a full stun, but still
that's
got
right.
some good damage. Still got some good damage out, and that's key. Sometimes you're not only you won't be able to stay home for the full deal. You're gonna have to help your team deliver on that. Sometimes let them do the rest of the dirty work. It's
The
okay.
limit is like, it's really easy to kind of go overboard.
It
What
is.
are some tips that
Fino ad
you give
ora ho
people?
solo visto una pioggia di proiettili a caso verso qualsiasi cosa
You could kick off
si
the walls a
muova,
lot. Since you don't have that here,
qualsiasi
you have
nemico,
coverage.
cioè
Make
a
use of that.
prescindere
Those of you who are fast,
dalla,
if you're maneuverable, break locks
dalla classe,
as much as you possibly
stanno proprio
Break locks.
sparando l'uno con l'altro.
So anybody worried about auto tracking too much, I can't get away from my
credo ci
opponent. If
sia
you're moving
questa
fast enough, you can
grossa
still get out of that
tattica
lock
di
reticle, save
squadra.
yourself some trouble, get out of that train wreck. Give yourself another day.
Oh man.
Oro getting a rare respite, a breather.
Right. I'm
A
like,
breather.
what is he doing
Relaxing,
over
solo
here?
relaxing.
He's just relaxing.
Sometimes you
He's
get
just
a little time to coast, reorient. Sometimes you got an opening. If you down enough enemies, you can kind of
Oh.
recenter, recoordinate with your team, bring things back together, tighten back up, and that's what we're going to need right here as Oro and gang start to get flanked. But turning that right around, turning the tables, using that 360 turn on tanks. Tell you what, I got to say this about tanks. Anybody at home watching this, a big weakness of tanks in the past, people try to use their blind spots, but notice you can spin at the torso with tanks now, and it's not as
man,
much
he
of
got
an
him.
issue. And another down, and we're looking at Fighting Cowboy with low AP,
I'm
but just
loving to
not
see
giving
like
up
how
here.
everyone's playstyle is so different in here.
Markedly different. We have some running support a little more.
Right.
Others who are right in, like
Ooh.
Fighting Cowboy,
Rough.
taking us down, but
Rough.
still dishing out as much damage as he's taking. Just tenacious.
They're getting major air in here.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just raining down on them. You know?
These dual Gatlings, and by the way, the sound design, the audio is absolutely gross. It's amazing. The sound of dual miniguns going off with the casings raining, there's nothing like it.
You're pretty much like getting a vision. Everything is visually beautiful in this game.
No, è proprio un'arena deathmatch chi fa
Well,
più
we see right
uccisioni.
here. This is what you're gonna get.
Oh, we've got a
Giusto per spammare qualche arma che non fa la build e fa in PvP a
total AP
spammare.
strip there. Now, one thing too, which ideally what they want to happen with those grenade launchers,
Right.
kind of like back in AC4, if you can hit splash damage, that counts for a lot. You don't have to hit an opponent bang on with those grenades. So sometimes taking to the air, not getting that bang on hit, or like here with Oro taking advantage of the stun,
Ooh.
that might be your best play. And we've got a back-to-back
was
stun.
insane.
Back-to-back
Look
stun.
at all of them come together.
trying
This is
to-
amazing.
Claire trying to get out of this, making use of his pulse shields, but I don't know how much longer he can hold on here. Turn around and focus on Oro. Oh, well, good timing because his teammates got
That
pulled
was
off
a
from the action a
that
little
was,
bit.
and the thing is, like, look how they're sticking together too. They're
Still a
trying to
tight
stick in
formation, still a tight formation. It's easy to get caught all the way across the
Right.
map in cases like this, but everybody is staying just succinct, precise.
We got 30 seconds to go. I mean,
Right.
it could be anyone right
You're
now.
zoning down. Team Alpha is up 18 to 20. I heard Team Beta's 13-72. If Alpha just holds on to this with just no huge mistakes, no huge downs, we should be sailing. 15:04. We can get a couple last minutes. We got 15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, it is real close right now.
Oro
Gotta
making
pull all those
his
stops.
push to make a press here. What can we make happen? Oh, and there it is. Team Beta with that swing.
Whoa.
17:47, and Oro is loving
Look at
this.
Oro. I had a feeling Oro was like, hey,
He's loving
it's
this.
my time right now. Look at him.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him with the smile.
He's like, I got this. I know I got this.
HUD poi è parecchio blanda.
Oro does a lot to juice up his team. He does a
Right.
lot to
Questi
try to
colori
bring Shane and everybody in, really get them into that
grigiastri.
process, getting
And
them
that's
in.
important,
It
too.
is. You got to get them.
Yeah.
You got to get your team
Non
as
lo so.
vicious as you are to get in this.
Continua a non dirmi
Every shot. Sometimes that shit damage you can add up.
troppe
Right.
cose
The
positive.
best part, he's got those explosive missiles on the back too, just to set up to really
PvP.
trying to stay in that category in PvP. Get
Yeah.
in there and let's settle this. So many potential. Totally shrugging off what's happened behind him. He wants this quad. He
He's
wants
very
him.
aggressive.
PvP.
He's one of the most aggressive. And he's like, you know what? I don't really care
The
because I'm
man
playing.
just doesn't care.
He's having fun. And that's important, you know? Especially with team battle, you know?
Absolutely.
Especially if you're like the team leader. You can't be like showing like any signs of weakness. No? Oh,
Cowboy
5
getting
seconds.
that last down before he goes down.
Oh.
5 seconds. That'll be enough time to swing things. The finish.
Oh, the finisher.
Oro taking this to heart.
Oh.
The
Hey,
first
look at this one.
of this run back best of 5 series going over. Fresh in this, getting mobile, and it sounds like
Mhm.
you know it's one on kills.
4-6.
So I think one of the big things coming from other FromSoft titles is there'll be, you know, the same kind of natural exploration where you're enticed to explore a world versus having like waypoints and whatnot. The idea of overcoming bosses through changing up your approach and learning their patterns and whatnot, that deep design that we see in pretty much all their titles is very alive and well here. So even though this is a departure from the more recent stuff, it still has that same energy, that same just feel to it when you play it.
Good answer.
Awesome, very good stuff.
Parecchio silenzio dopo quello che ha
One
detto.
at a time here. This goes out.
Stavano
to
processando.
Oro there, man. Hey,
Hi.
you got to try out several build types, dude. You got to run a lot
Non lo
of
so.
them.
Mi convince relativamente poco. I PvP mi sembra giusto un
Oh
filler.
man. So obviously the tanks are the best.
Il
one.
2
The Mike
sì,
Blader has actually ended up being my favorite. Even
sarà
though
un
it's super
gioco
hard to play, I
carino.
want to actually go back
Yeah.
and try to master that playstyle because
Nulla di nuovo.
like switching out the blades to bypass the cooldown is just super awesome. It's super fun.
Good,
Almeno
good. I
per
think
chi
the
non
book
ha
still has to be written
giocato
on
agli
that as far
altri
as
su
tactics,
PS2 e
movement.
PS3.
Right.
Again, really smoothing that whole sub game
Se
out.
nessuno
And that's,
ci ha
part
mai
of the
giocato
fun
ad
of
Armored
Core,
Core, può
customization is one
essere
step,
comunque
but
bello,
actually
sì.
putting that in action, you know, piloting and using it.
Parecchia
That's the stuff that takes a
customizzazione
lifetime
con
to
i
master. I
robot.
love it.
Yeah,
Love
no,
hearing
me
it.
too. I gotta say, Cowboy, that was
Si
really good.
spamma
man.
qualsiasi
GG's, dude.
cosa,
That was sick.
missili, bombe,
Good deal.
spade,
Good
laser,
Yeah, that's amazing. But next question is to
vari
Cleric.
tipi di
What are you most excited
movimenti.
for players to experience going into this game for the first time?
Honestly, it's the variety. Variety of enemies, variety of bosses, variety of parts. There is something here for pretty much anyone, for any play style. So many options to play in this game. There's something here literally for everybody. And honestly, I'm looking forward to everyone dying a lot because I'm assuming that'll happen quite a bit, but that's okay. You can learn to build and adapt or really stick to your guns and try to figure out a way to make your build work. That's the greatest thing about Armored Core. You can basically make the game whatever you want it to be.
There you go. There you go.
I think that's what's drawing me in and a lot of people in because, you know, customization
Exactly.
is so critical and part of the foundation
Right.
of this
right.
game. So
Right.
that's great.
Yeah, you really got an open canvas out there. Cowboy just cracking up. I love it. I love it.
What's going on over there?
That's big
vi
energy.
direi
It's okay.
che ho
what's up,
giocato da
Cowboy?
Armored Core di questo.
Oh man, we're just saying that we know this is just the
Perché
beginning
c'era la
of the
customizzazione dei
run. We
robot.
loved it today. Hey guys, killer exhibition.
Thank you.
Ovviamente
Thank
I
you.
got
cresciuto con gli
another question
anime,
here.
poi
This
si
one,
fatto
Fun
Labor,
Train, I want to kick this to you.
uno vede un gioco
This
di
is really for
robot,
the veteran Armored Core legacy
bellissimo.
players. I don't mean just us and people
Sì.
who worked on ACL. I mean just legacy players.
Però questo
veteran
non offre
players who
niente di
come
nuovo
from
rispetto
previous
agli
AC
altri.
games. You know, whether you're just coming out of the
Meno per quello
PS2
che vedo,
era even, or maybe you're from AC4, etc. Look, I know
La mappa sicuramente sarà più grande, più dettagli, più grafica, più effetti,
content, you know, trying to keep that flame burning.
gli
It's
effetti
just been a
visivi e
press to do
sonori
that.
saranno molto più
With that
fedeli.
in mind, with all that time that's gone
L'ambientazione
by,
sarà
what do you think
magari
people are going to find that's
anche
really surprising or new about AC6 to
aumentata,
dive into?
You know, Armored Core 6 has
più
been a lot
parti
of
da poter
different things over the
comprare.
years, so I think what
Il
people are going to
gameplay
find most
sembra parecchio
surprising
uguale, però.
is with the way that they've sort of
Fai il lock-on ai
sculpted this
nemici,
game. They're going
schivi,
to find a
muovi,
lot of familiar feelings,
spari,
but also new things as well.
distruggi,
Things that will
avanzi,
challenge them and make them think even
e
more
poi ogni
outside the
tanto il
box,
boss.
even from, you know, the previous games. I think it's something that, you know, even being a long-time Armored Core fan,
Ma
there are things there that
vedremo.
I'm surprised to see and found absolutely fascinating.
Probabile che non lo prendo al day one.
Awesome.
Non mi
Wow, that was
convince fino a
amazing.
quel
Thank you
punto.
so much for your time and also your amazing PvP plays. Those were really intense. So
Sweet.
thank you so much for being with us.
Guys, we had a blast in the extended sessions. Again, I got to give a mad shout out to chat for encouraging us to do that 1v1, that extra time,
was
man,
hype.
guys.
That was good.
Absolutely
That was
hype stuff,
incredible.
killer stuff. We got plenty of time to
Vabbè.
head back to the garage for Universe.
E che dirvi, credo sia tutto, cioè ho espresso i miei pareri su quello che ho potuto vedere, che non è poco, cioè PvP e single player, qualche missione di single player. Il gameplay è praticamente rimasto quello, non è che abbia avuto chissà che evoluzione.